Hi YouTube, Watchify here with another video. Seiko is shaking things up again with a new upcoming release in their Seiko 5 Sports lineup. It's the much anticipated 38mm version of their 4R36 automatic movement powered SRPD line, also known as the 5KX. From what I can tell, these are available for pre-order but won't be released officially until mid-May, and I think I've heard May 12th. So we finally have a modern analog to the famous 38mm SKX013 diver, at least in terms of looks. I say that, of course, because the now discontinued SKXs were true 200-meter water-resistant divers, whereas these 5KXs and now these newer 38mm versions are only 100 meters water-resistant. These will come with a Harlex crystal, a see-through screw-down case back, and a push-pull crown. There really isn't anything different from existing 42mm 5KX models other than the dimensions, so I would expect these to retail for around $295 also. This continues Seiko's recent trend of late in releasing smaller versions of already popular models. These smaller 38mm versions of the 5KX would be a good choice for those with smaller wrists or those that just feel that the 42mm versions are just too large for their tastes. All four of these models I'll go over come on a bracelet, which I expect will have hollow end links and a pressed fold-over clasp, just like the other bracelets in the 5 Sports lineup. Also of note is that I expect that the Japan models, which are the ones with the model name starting with SBA, those are going to have Japanese kanji as the alternate day of the week language. There is the classic black dialed SRPK29 for those that like the traditional look. I think the cream dialed SRPK31 is my favorite, with its dark gray hands and dark gray bezel insert. The next two models have gold colored hour and minute hands, and the first of those is the teal dialed SRPK33. I really like how this one looks too, so maybe it's a toss-up between this one and the cream dialed version. The final one is the orange dialed SRPK35. I guess Seiko's always going to do an orange dial with certain models, but I always get the impression that they are the least popular colorway. This bezel insert has gold colored numerals and markers, which is common with Seiko's orange dialed dive style watches. I was hoping that Seiko was eventually going to come out with these smaller cased versions, as I feel 38mm is still a good size for a watch like this. These are probably going to be in high demand at first, but things should die down eventually, as these aren't limited editions. I'm guessing Seiko's planning on coming out with more colorways also. I think a salmon dial would look awesome on this watch, for example. And it makes me wonder if they will eventually come out with a 38mm GMT version as well. I've been considering picking up a discontinued 38mm SKX013 just to round out my collection, but I could never find one in good condition for a reasonable price on the pre-owned market. Now that these are coming out though, I think it'll scratch that SKX013 itch for me, so I can't wait to get my hands on one of these more modern versions. Dimensions look to be very similar to the SKX013, so hopefully mod parts and bracelets are compatible with these new SRPKs. I feel all Seiko has to do now is release this style of watch in their 200-meter Prospex line with a screw-down caseback, screw-down crown, and a sapphire crystal. I feel Seiko fans would go wild over a model like that, but I'm not sure if we would ever see it, as this case style is firmly planted in the 5 Sports lineup. But who knows, maybe they could make it a special or a limited edition. That's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful or interesting, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I wanted to thank you for watching, of course, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.